Oh, you know it. And then I'll make sure. So I started. Oh, 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 oh. All right. Let's change the name here. Again, doing this all on stream. I hope there's no information on this. I think we're okay. Lazuli Bunting. I have no idea. Get off my dick. Okay. So, I think so. Make sure there's no music coming through again, because that would be bad. Okay, we're good. I can send it to you. It's not made for children. Okay, it's public. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. Um, oop. Bye. Great news. Shoot. All right. Oh, this is far too large. you, are you looking at it right now? Oh, where'd it go? Oh no. Come back. Where did they? Oh shoot. Where did the text go? Oh man. Well, I guess I'm adding a new text. Yeah, I know, right? Actually, I'm not gonna browse. No, not image. I just want to put my Spotify. Damn. Why's it gotta be so hard? I got that pro layout, you know what I mean? How do I make it so much smaller? Spotify. What? Yeah, it does that for a second. I'm in the program. Why did it flip upside down? This is hard. Alright, I'm gonna put it right in the here. Can you read it? Hold on. Is it readable? That's hilarious. Alright, we're getting rid of it. It was a good thought. I'll just add. I'm just gonna. What? Ah, shit. Okay. Oh, I probably still need the desktop then. That would make sense, actually. Okay, see if you can hear him now. What? It's Obama. Did he say anything? Oh, I didn't apply it. God damn it. Okay.
I'm gonna check my stream to see if I can hear me. I'm gonna check my stream to see if I can hear me. Oh, I can hear me. Hell yeah.
That's because I fixed you. Does it sound balanced?
Hell yeah. Let me see.
Because I fixed you. Does it sound balanced? Like you're not too loud? I'm not too loud?
Hell yeah. Let me see. Real quick, let's do a quick test. You say something, and then I'll say something at like equal volume.
Okay, I'm saying it. I'm saying the things.
Okay, I'm saying it. I'm saying the things.
Saying the things.
Okay, I'm saying it. I'm saying the things. Turn me down a smidgen.
Alright.
And I think we should be good.
And then, hold on, to keep yours up, can you hear music?
Should be good.
And then, hold on, to keep yours up, can you hear music?
No.
Alright. Yours up, can you hear music?
Yeah, no, it's just our voices.
Okay, if at any point you can hear me, tell me, because I'm gonna get taken down.
Why do you just have music playing?
Because I like listening to music.
Bro, we're on the stream. We legally can't have like copywritten shit playing.
Legally, I can't have it in the stream. I can legally listen to it in my headphones.
Alright, fine. If we get a cease and desist, it's your YouTube account. Fucking whatever.
I guess you're right, but like, as long as it's not coming through.
Here I am. There's my pretty little face.
Oh, I think it is coming through.
Is it? Like, very, very
I don't know,
faintly?
it could have just come from my head. phones.
We legally can't have like copywritten shit playing.
I can't have it on stream. I can legally listen to it through my headphones.
Alright, that's beautiful.
Cease and desist is your YouTube account, fucking whatever. I guess you're right, but like.
Oh, it definitely is. I'm getting ceased.
You fool.
I'm sorry for that minute and a half of music. Please don't turn me off. Okay.
Gotcha. I'm an undercover FBI agent. You're going to jail.
No. Okay.
Alright, I'm
We're
gonna
here.
turn
Fine.
my phone. I'm gonna turn my phone off, just so it doesn't fuck with the Wi-Fi. If we have any technical difficulties, that is up to Ryan to put in the YouTube chat.
Very big. Very important. Oh, hey, who's commenting? Hi, Ryan. Hey, buddy.
I know that guy. He's like below me right now.
Okay. So. Oh, I will give you access to the link.
Oh, that's
Oh,
probably helpful.
you already do have access to the link, so if you want to hop in the docs.
Well, that's even more helpful.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm gonna push all this stuff, previous things, down. Cause I want it on a different page. Or can I just insert page?
Is it still just Lazuli on campus?
Mm-hmm.
Radical.
Drink it. That's it. It's canon.
Ladies and gentlemen, Poopy is canon.
So I figured I could like actually start on like actual character develop, like character setup, because I have just very basic like there's a person and I don't actually have it written down.
Alright.
So characters to get that depth, as they say.
We love good depth in a story.
A blue feather biddy? No, sir. This is a Lazuli Bunting. Dude, that's the whole. It comes full circle. Characters. So, obviously, there's Lazuli.
Zazzily.
Lazaz.
Lasagna.
Lazaga. I don't know what that
I
means.
eat, John. It's what I do.
So, she is like around 7.
Oh, fuck. She's 7 years old.
Yes.
Oh, whoa.
How old did you think she was?
I don't know, man. Like, maybe like a teenager.
No,
Like,
she's small.
maybe
She's
like
small.
15.
No.
Shit, I guess.
No.
Fuck, that gives that. I know what happens in this story. That makes me fucking sad.
Good. That's the whole point.
Dom with a gun to my head and a laptop on my lap. Read it and cry.
So, she resembles the bird. Shortish, blue hair. Bird. Pretty sure the back is just black. Yeah,
Okay.
like a gray. So she's gonna have like blue hair and then like an orange shirt and then like a black striped backpack.
I imagine this is like dyed hair, or are we going by like anime rules where hair can be whatever the hell you want?
I don't think I don't think there really needs to be too much reasoning behind it.
I mean, I feel it, but like if you want it to relate to like kids more, You don't have to like go in depth and make a page of like she dyed her hair for like 3 hours last night trying to get the perfect measure of blue and orange
Yeah.
and gray. But it would if you're just making this about a normal kid who goes on a very unnormal sort of adventure kind of thing.
She died.
He died. I
I Go ahead.
I was just gonna say maybe make it like a normal hair color if we're gonna relate to like kids like this, because I don't know
Mm.
many 7-year-olds with that detailed of like dyed hair.
Yeah, it would just be like anime, like whatever. Anime
Right.
rules. She's curious, but
Curious like a cat.
shy. If that makes sense.
I
Like
feel it.
adventurous but cautiously. I'm gonna say
Adventurous when alone, but shy when with others, or like shy when confronted with others.
yeah, kind of like yeah, but cautious. You know how like kids can be, like if they're
Yeah,
not like
yeah,
familiar with the situation.
totally.
Cautiously, cautiously so. Um,
I didn't know how loud it would be.
Crunch.
I'll put him away.
I don't care. Eat your things, my boy.
Hey, stream, how do we feel about this?
Ryan?
Ryan, what's the verdict?
And then I'm just gonna keep going down the list here. Then there's
Yeah,
Dar.
I don't want to interrupt your creative flow with my loud ass Pringles.
No, Pringle all you want, sir.
Oh, thank God.
And there's Dharma. Question mark. I don't know if that's his final name yet.
It's good to have a placeholder.
Caterpillar. I really like moth caterpillars.
You want to make him
So,
one of those?
yeah. Look at this chunky boy.
Big chonker. A big chunky boy who's full of knowledge. Cryptic knowledge.
Ryan said hard pass. Ooh, look at this dude.
Sorry, Ryan.
Oh, this is kind of weird. He's so fuzzy. Oh, a puss moth. Oh, you can't see what I see.
Dom, I gotta keep telling you, we are not the same person.
Are you sure?
We are, well, in some sense, yes, but we are not a hive mind where I can just fucking check what you're looking at every now and then.
This is a puss moth. Caterpillar.
Oh,
I like that.
I like his little nib at the end.
Yeah, right? Oh, they sting things.
Oh, so that's what that cute little nib is. It is
Air-
not. Never mind. It's not a cute little nib at all. It's a deadly little biological knife.
You know what that reminds me of?
Hmm.
The creatures from Bones.
Oh, totally. Oh, man, I haven't thought about bones in a while.
Ryan said, I know where you sleep. I'm gonna copy this image here just for inspiration.
Yeah, mood boards help a lot when making stuff.
For sure. Look at that thing.
Love those fuzzy little demon dogs.
Same.
They look like if
Puss
like a
moth?
gorilla. They look like if a gorilla and Mothman had a baby.
That'd be me. That's what I look like when I take my shirt off.
Yeah, you get those giant glassy red eyes and some horns.
Yes.
I'd compare it to a thing from JoJo, but you're not there yet.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't watched in a while. I need to.
Take your time.
Okay. Let's see what a puss moth. Oh, damn, this is beautiful. Okay. Dharma's officially a puss moth.
Dharma's officially a puss man. Alright, this is my last chip, I swear to God.
You enjoy him, sir. But this is a puss moth.
Oh, rad.
Ryan said, please look up Buff Bird.
Dom, do you have a character that you would like to be a buff bird?
Lazuli. Oh, this is pretty good. There's birds with arms. Oh, there's a furry.
Oh,
Oh, man. Hold on.
Dang it, Ryan! Stop having us look up furries.
I saw this on Reddit today. It's a buff beluga whale.
Nice. Got abs.
Yeah. Did you see it too?
No, I guess.
I'm gonna.
Oh, no, okay, I have seen this boy before, but what's this? What's this character supposed to represent?
The pain inside me.
The pain that's constantly trying to break out.
Okay. Spirit guide? Question mark. I'm gonna put not quite religion. What was it? Did I write down a quote down here?
Not quite religion, not quite not religion.
I think maybe. Did I send it to you and Joey? Probably. I'm gonna go back to Snapchat messages because that's where all good ideas are held.
Absolutely. Just make sure you save them.
I think they're saved in Joey's chat. Oh, fuck. Oh, no.
Anytime I try to think of something good for my thing, which I'll leave alone on the stream because this is Lazuli's time to shine. I always try to write it down as soon as possible and then put it on my Google Doc because there are so many things I've forgotten that are cool as shit. They're just never gonna see the light of day again. So always write, always write stuff down. Anytime you think about it.
Something else? Question mark? Question mark? I'll figure it out at a later time. Ryan, you don't have to apologize. That was a lovely trip into the internet. Robotic. Use more like foreign than robotic. More alien than robotic.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Now I feel like I have to ask this. Does he have a little like top hat or like monocle or like cute little article of clothing he wears?
Nobody smokes a hookah, right?
Oh, but he's always got that on him. It's the fucking caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland.
He ashes his cigars on Lazuli's head. He's got little like cigar burns. Sorry,
He
that's
just
bad.
fucking puts them out on her. This girl's been through enough. She doesn't have to be this guy's personal ashtray.
God, this turned.
Yeah. I'm probably not the best person to have on a stream where you're trying to double down on focusing on writing.
It's okay, it's casual. Plus, you help me a lot.
I do what I can.
Okay. So
I can tell you
then,
this. I can tell you this so much. The caterpillar has more character traits than the human. Who's the real main character?
the puss caterpillar.
You know it.
Um,
So this is exciting for me because I don't know of any other characters you've thought of for this. I only knew of Lazuli and Dharma. So what else you got
Yes.
for me, bud?
well, it's pretty small. Just the mom and dad. Lazuli, I don't have too much to write because I know how she would respond and how she interacts with things up in here.
Okay, but that's the thing. Write it down. Again, you will forget it, and you're gonna hate when you forget
You're
it.
right. I know. Right now, I just have
Again,
the
this has
aura.
happened to me. This happened to me a billion times.
That's funny. Yeah, I just have the aura. Okay, this is good. Um, just overall innocent as a 7-year-old child is. Generally, she's lost physically and otherwise. And this is kind of like what she has to figure out.
All right.
She has to. It's like finding guidance, but like not. Yeah, she just lost. It's almost like if you lose a relative. You know how that feeling where you're like, wow, I don't really know how to deal with this.
Totally.
But she's the relative. So that's the
Right.
tricky part, is taking that situation and then flipping it on its head and writing it from that perspective.
Gotcha.
If that makes sense.
This kind of like popped up in my head, just like some like weird quote of like, uh, funeral, like to describe this scenario, I guess. The funeral's not that bad because you lost one person. The funeral's bad for the dead person because they lost everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and part of that is, she pretty much lost herself too. It's, yeah. So, how to recover lost everything. Put that as just like a little side footnote.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna write that down. When you lose a sibling, except she's the one. Let's go. Da-da-da. How to flip that. Okay, just a note.
Just a little note.
No, go back.
I had this problem all the
Oh,
time.
okay, we got it. Okay. How to flip that. I think she wants to learn eventually.
Okay. Wants to learn what?
About other people, about, I think a major thing, a major theme in it is going to be like realizing that other people have different timelines, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like it's taking a step back and realizing that you're just the background of somebody else. So I've had a few moments where I've sat down and you can see, like, if you just think about, the other person in the car next to you, and then you think like, okay, what's their life like, who do they love, like, what are they doing? And it's kind of like that, almost. Now the fact that she doesn't have hers, it's almost like figuring out and realizing that everybody has their own different timeline, and then in that way she can come to terms with her own,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Is this sort of just like a very long vision quest thing of learning, like, I guess, empathy in a way?
Yeah, I have to really iron that out, and that's kind of one of the things, like, because I can write all these little feel good man slash feels bad man stories, all day,
Right.
but I have to unify them. And so that's still kind of an asterisk right now.
Oh, totally. Like it. I have so many different like uh ideas for stuff that the hardest thing is like making sure they're like cohesive and like they
Mm.
work together.
Yeah.
Where like in uh in one episode or whatever something happens this way, but in the next episode it's like a complete like 180 from that
Mm.
feel. And then like the episode after that it's like focusing on like a different character going through stuff, and then after that we're going back to like the other characters. Making that rhyme is like the hardest thing about
Mm.
writing for me.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I can't imagine it's easy for anybody else.
Yeah, for sure. Learning other people's timeline. Just expansion. I don't know. It's almost like a expansion of like your own physical boundaries. Like once you start thinking outside of your own self.
Okay.
Okay. Thinking. I'm just gonna put that as just guides, I guess. Mm. Excuse me.
Oh Lord, he's dying.
Yes, I am. So these are definitely all abstract. But they're good to have. Keep that thought. Okay. That's enough for that right now.
All right.
Move on to the dad. We don't have a name for him.
People just call me Dad, but my real name is, and a truck goes by. You can't hear them.
Dad Bunting. Daddy Bunting.
Ooh, don't type that one into Google, kids.
Yeah, doesn't that sound like a good thing?
Just call him Dad, dude.
Daddy Bunting.
Lazuli's dad. Daddy Bunting, that's my new Twitter name.
Lazuli's father. So he's more like he's like a 9 to 5er.
Gotcha, hard worker.
Hard worker. Kind of just provides. Doesn't love the 9 to 5, but does so because he has to. And this isn't really going to be too important, but um, whatever.
So a quick question about Daddy Bunting.
Yes.
How, and I guess a question for the mom too. How old are they?
Um,
Like,
they'd probably be in
with
the mid to late 30s.
okay, because like with Lazuli being like 7 and all, I didn't know if this was gonna be a thing of like if they were younger, like they were still like very new parents or anything like that.
Yeah, no, she's an only child.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, mid to late 30s. Kind-hearted, soft-spoken, passively creative, kind of
Okay.
kind of like a more like a musical sense. Like he's not going out and painting things, but he can like. Does that make sense?
Right.
Passively
Like
creative.
his sort of like, would it be wrong to say like his sort of like uh man, how to word it?
Ah, yes, my eternal struggle.
uh Man, I know what I want to say, but at the same time like words.
Dude, what a mood.
like of
Mhm.
course like he's definitely more passionate about like probably like his the music or like his craft that he's trying to work on more than he does like his job.
Mhm.
But like the way I'm trying to put it together is like maybe like that's a big reason he's working this like 9 to 5 he doesn't really care about. It's to like of course support the family, but is he also dipping a little bit into like the musical arts?
It could be.
Or like that's the like kind of saving grace when he gets home is like, well, like family stuff is okay sometimes, work's bad, at least I get to like play guitar or something.
Yeah, it's really more like that. Like I think like he does it just to get through, and then like he's really passionate about like his family and spending time. So it's not like he doesn't love, like doesn't hate. He doesn't hate his job, but it's definitely not like something he boasts
Oh
about.
boy, chip in my throat. Oh, that was from a while ago. Sorry, boys. Didn't mean to take away from the mood there.
He was
I'm gonna get a
camping.
drink real quick to wash that down.
Okay. You alright,
So,
bud?
yeah, I'm good.
Excuse me.
Hey everyone, Carter here. Sorry about that. From the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of my heart, my bad.
Not the end of the world. It's almost like if he went to work, he'd be in black and white, but then if he came home, it'd be like Technicolor.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Write that down because I'm supposed to. White.
Breaking news: local writer can't write.
Uh, uh, uh.
Work black and white. Home.
Nick color. Um, and then kind of like, when Lazuli's gone, that color kind of goes away. Or it's like, imagine looking at the world and then taking out the color blue.
Right. Oh, write that down right now.
Blue. So that's kind of what it is. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and then we got Mother, Mother Lazuli.
Mama Lazuli.
Mama Bunting should be in like early 30s.
Okay, so there's like not too large of an age gap, but like
No, it probably is not really distinctive in a too crazy way.
right.
She's gonna be a little bit more eclectic. I spelled that
Ooh,
wrong. A
I was
little bit
gonna
more,
say.
a little bit more outgoing. Kind of brings the color out of the dad.
Okay, so we're definitely on a big introvert extrovert level here.
Yeah, and not necessarily like introvert extrovert, and just more like maybe he's like an engineer. He's an engineer now. That's a good one.
Maybe he's an engineer. He's an engineer.
He's an engineer. We've been known.
Write that down. Write that down.
Engineer? Bringing the car to dad. It's like here's another analogy. She's like, what is it called? The where you put all your paints on, you hold it. Oh, I can't remember what that's called.
Oh gosh,
Taylor would smack me.
Carter, the art degree alderman. Doesn't know what a paint thing is. No one look at me while I Google what it is. Don't look at me.
Paint holder. Paint holder thing. Good job, Google.
I also Googled paint holder thing.
It's a palette.
Is it? Oh shit! It is just a palette, isn't it?
That's hilarious.
That makes sense, but like,
Well, I can't spell. And like he's kind of the paintbrush. And then, together they make the painting. That's kind of corny, but it makes sense in my noggin.
put that in your wedding vows.
Taylor would kill me. She'd be so embarrassed. Oh my god. Alright, she's the paint palette, he's the paintbrush.
Hear me out, because art
Corny.
students love this.
Yes.
Fit as many art analogies as you can into your wedding.
Chalk mural. You know? I can't spell.
Chalk mural, you know.
She owns an art studio.
Okay, so they're both creative.
Mm-hmm. But in different ways, you know?
Right, right.
Sure. That works for me. And these are all subject to change, obviously.
Of course.
I could go into more detail here about the art studio. Just like a set. I don't want it to be like a pretentious art gallery. I want it to be like a more on like hands-on, almost like a kind of like a wine and paint kind of place.
Okay.
Maybe like bring the elementary schools on a field trip kind of place.
Right, right. It's like a
It's like oh, I know what I would do.
there's I've been to and seen like art museums before that have the little like kiddie corner
Mm-hmm.
where it's like on like Wednesdays from like 3 to 5 we teach your kid how to paint, or like on Thursdays we do like clay sculpting
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. I would say a community-based art studio.
The YMCA of studios.
YMC Art.
What does the YMCA stand for again? I'm gonna go on a quick tangent.
Is it the Young Men's
It's the
Christian?
young. It might be the Young Men's Christian uh, uh, art. Young Men's Christian art.
Yeah, YMCA stands Young Men's Christian Association. We're close.
Ah, or as most people know it as, the public gym.
No Jews allowed. It's Christians only. Atheism? Out of here.
Buddhism? Oh, you know that shit's not allowed.
Nah, nah, nah. Okay. So, like, Lazuli kind of gets, like, the exploration from her. And then she'll get, like, like, the wanting to learn and the more, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like, God damn it. We like break things down and analytical. That's what it is. Learning. Okay. I need to make this a whole different page, to be honest. Because this is a whole ass story. Excuse me.
I usually worry about the organization when I'm like done for the day typing stuff.
Mm. That's alright, I'll get that done. Is this gonna... Damn it. Fuck it, doesn't matter. Okay. Okay. So, I don't know, I might throw in a sibling in there at some point, but I'm not going to now. Okay. I'll figure out where they live.
Ooh, yeah, good one.
Characters, let me bold this. Get a basic setting going. Setting. Mars, baby.
Aw, fucking bebop time, huh?
Now we're talking.
Some Carol and Tuesday shit going on.
Plot twist, it's all in space.
Okay, so another quick tangent. There's a show on Netflix. It's an anime called Carol and Tuesday.
Okay.
And it is about two young women trying to become famous musicians.
Okay.
The whole story takes place on the same Mars that Cowboy Bebop takes place on. And they never talk about it, and it's never brought up. It takes place before like whatever accident, like the hyperspace accident, and no one ever brings it up.
Like, is that
It's just
actually?
yes, it is something that the producers of the show talk about. It's just another show that happens to take place in the same universe as Bebop, and they never touch up on it.
That's pretty baller.
I know, right? Imagine if, imagine if one of these days I made my cartoon, and I was just like, oh yeah, this takes place in the same universe as Miles Morales' Spider-Man.
And I was like, okay.
I went, I guess that doesn't matter, but like, that's still cool.
Setting. Gotham.
But not that Gotham.
No,
Not the Gotham.
it is the same Gotham, but we just don't talk about Batman.
It's not the same Gotham you're thinking of with the Joker and all.
That's how she dies.
She gets killed by the Joker. DC Comics presents Lazuli Bunting, Ghost Detective.
Please. That's it. I'm deleting everything.
You throw everything off the table. You throw the whiteboard on the floor. We're starting over.
Holy cow, that's funny. Okay.
We're starting over. We're making a Ghost Detective show in the DC universe. As if DC didn't have enough to worry about right now. They got a new fucking character coming in.
That's awesome. Oh, that's so funny.
At the season finale, Lazuli Bunting, never mentioned once in the show. You go to the hospital room they keep Laslie's body in, and who's there? Batman.
Oh no, it's the Penguin.
Oh no, it's the Riddler. He put little question marks all over you. They gotta call the Justice League to take care of him.
No. Oh my god. I'm crying. It's so funny.
let it be known here right now. DC Comics, if you're listening, we have another property here for you.
This is a guaranteed money maker.
One Dominic DeFlippo has a new character and a new like writing style to show you.
Oh, you're coming down with me, sir. Your name's on this now.
Damn,
Oh, that's funny.
I got my own thing to worry about.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, I don't want this in bold. So
Medium sized.
medium-sized, nicer town, like probably like twice the size of Philly.
Okay.
C. Clarence, New York. You don't know what that is, but I lived there for a few years.
I was gonna guess because that is a very specific place that I've never heard of, and I know you hail from New York.
I do. They would be a living. Where's the mouse? The Buntings live comfortably, and that's like when people are like pretty halfway like rich, and they don't want to say they're rich, so they're just like, we live comfortably.
Oh, I have a family that's like that.
Perfect. We live comfortably.
I know that one. Well, I mean, how comfortably can you live when you have to worry about Bane knocking down your door?
Why is there an armed guard at Lazuli Bunting's hospital room? You know, Bane.
It's in case Mr. Freeze shows up.
I don't know. Catwoman was seen lurking.
Yeah, let's list all the Batman villains. Let's list Batman's rogues gallery. Let's fucking go.
I almost said the Green Goblin. That is not Spider-Man. I thought Green Goblin. No wait. Sandman. No wait.
Different rogues gallery. You're listing the Sinister Six.
Oh my god.
I thought of Sandman, and then I knew that one was wrong. And then for a second I thought of Doc Ock, but I knew that one was wrong too.
Then I just started thinking about Spider-Man.
And then things started getting better.
I'm writing the new Avengers movie.
Someone has to.
Please just let me do it.
Hey Marvel, if you're listening.
Let me do it.
If you make a deal with both Marvel and DC.
Let me drive the boat. It doesn't need to be apostrophe.
It's you at Comic-Con. Dominic, DC, and Marvel DeFlippo. You walk up to the podium and go, I'm making a crossover movie between Green Lantern and Thanos.
Tom Holland, will you read my screenplay?
Tom Holland, can we cast you as Lazuli Bunting?
Do
Live action adaptation.
This bitch animated, we know that.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll just have it picked up by Studio Ghibli.
It's one of the rules of the internet. If something is either a comic book or an animation, there will be a live action adaptation to it.
I want Danny DeVito in it.
As Lazuli Bunting.
Yes. Thank God.
I'm a 7-year-old girl.
I'm dead.
I got a little caterpillar. Also voiced by Danny DeVito.
Oh, please. That'd be so good. I would go with, what if it was so meta and just Morgan Freeman as Dharma? It's like that's the most meta thing you could ever do.
Ooh, my spirit guide quest is voiced by Morgan Freeman. There's about 80 other movies that are like that.
Yeah, no. Mine would be Jack Black, but only through his boomaphone. Saxaboom.
Oh my god, I want that in Moonwalker so fucking bad.
The saxaboom?
If I could pay him to write one score for Moonwalkers, it'd be through the Saxaboom.
Oh my god.
Dun, 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 1, 2, 3, motherfucker. For anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, please look up Jack Black Saxaboom.
Dude, the tickets for that were like $150.
Good. It's more than worth it.
I know, I should have went. Should
See
have
a
pulled the
man
trigger.
see a man play a children's toy in the 90s.
Okay.
Yeah, back to your thing. Let's go.
I gotta think. Okay, this is gonna look kind of. Oh, hold on. take out my phone trash a little bit. So we got this scene, right? Dude, I got the saxophone stuck in my head.
It'll stay there for a bit.
Okay, so here's what I'll do now. Leave that hanging for now. And then, like, possible... We'll do, like, possible settings. So that's, like, home setting. Home setting. Possible settings. Homey setting. So we have campus. Campu.
So through this like afterlife spirit quest thing, is she able to like go anywhere, or is this still restricted within Clarence, New York?
No, you can go anywhere.
Gotcha.
I haven't really. There's a few ghost rule things that I have to figure out.
Duh rules.
Actually, that might not be a bad thing to do. I'm gonna do that one first. I'm gonna put it all the way at the top, just to have some organization.
Does Dharma pull out a like a comically large book that just says "Duh rules" on it?
Jaw rule.
Jaw rule. One thing about Dharma, he loves jaw rule.
It's like ghost rules. It's things like. Can she touch things? Can she interact with things?
I don't know, writer. I don't know, writer of Lazuli Bunting. Can she?
Well, I was just saying, like, that's like an example.
Oh.
And if it's like one of those things where it's like, well, if she can't interact with things, can she just walk through walls? And then if she can't walk through walls, how does she get into things? It's like a lot of like weird technical.
And if she can walk through walls, does she just fall through the earth?
Yeah. Can she only stay on the first floor, or she get trapped in a basement?
But does gravity affect her?
Can she fly?
Can she fly? Can she not fly? How can she walk on the floor and not go
No
through a
fly.
wall?
No fly.
Too OP. Can she teleport?
Has Minecraft cheats.
Has command block.
This is hard. I give up.
We don't have to work on all the world building stuff tonight. We left off on a college campus as a setting. We don't have to
That's
worry about the
true.
rules of the afterlife right now.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe like she can like interact with things, but like she can't like haunt. It's not like an exorcist kind of thing where you can flip things and shit.
Right.
I don't know, it might be one of those BS things where it's like you still gotta open the doors, but I don't really know. It might not even come up
I was gonna say we
in the
could pull
illustration.
a bit of a Doctor Strange here, where like she can't like push like physical objects, but if she kind of like waved her hand through it, then it would move then it would push it like a little bit.
Mm. Yeah, we could do that. I don't want to think about that right now. That's too difficult.
Fair enough.
That's too like sitting down and like.
That's
Just
stream number
writing.
2, everybody. Tune in.
Yeah. So college campus. I want one where she's on like on farm with with family.
Aw.
Yeah, I want like the whole like be a whole chapter where like she's running around like playing with this farm family, like a brother and a sister, and she's like just playing alongside of them, like throughout the whole day. Um, so that'd be like not too much dialogue in that one.
Is whenever this starts out, are we immediately gonna know like what her deal is? Like, are we getting full like, oh yeah, she died, or are we just gonna start an episode with like her playing on a farm, and then like after like a minute of playing, a ball goes through her or something, and that's when we're like, oh fuck, she's dead.
I think I want to establish that like at the beginning, um, because I feel like if you can capture that character trait and like kind of make people sad from the start, kind of a harsh way of putting it, but like if
Mm-hmm.
you can make that happen from the beginning.
Oh my. Okay. I have a quick idea I just had. It's kind of like a cool thing you could do with like each like beginning chapter or episode or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Uh let's say like you do like first chapter or episode is like introducing like she died and this is how she died. And it introduces like Dharma and all that. Episode after that, that opens with her like playing with a family on a farm. Uh and then like the thing happens where you're like, oh yeah, she's a ghost. And that's how like the title happened. And like right after like the ghost thing happens, like the title comes up.
Mm.
And like the next episode, it's her on the college campus. It's her doing like all that stuff, and then like the thing happens where you're like, oh yeah, she's a ghost. That's when the title comes up. What
Mm.
if there was an episode towards the end that showed like what her house life was like before she died, and like a bunch of like stuff is happening, and right when you think like, yeah, she's a ghost, something's gonna like go through her, she's gonna like accidentally do something. Everything's just treated normally, and you don't like acknowledge it's a like backstory episode until like she's able to like pick up something.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I like that. So, yeah, keep like, yeah, well, actually, because I had like the backstory planned for like the very last episode.
Do that then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, because remember I was gonna be like the transition from, I don't know if I ever told you this, but like the very last chapter of it, because I think I only want it to be like a one book thing.
Right.
Um, I think it would translate more like into like a movie or like a 45-minute animation thing. Like
Right. Like
like
we're not going for like a 3 season Netflix series here
no.
or like a series of movies or anything like that. It's very
Yeah,
much like a Nimona and like Anya's Ghost type of deal.
sure. I don't know
Where
what those are.
they are also just graphic novels that are just one book.
Yeah, yeah. Or like Garden of Words, which you should watch because it was very good. But I was gonna have like the final episode or chapter or whatever, kind of start off with like, I don't know, like a normal day of her in bed, and then like flip between like the present, the past, and the present would be Dharma in his cocoon,
Yeah,
and
you
then
did tell
like
me.
transitioning into whatever.
You told me a little bit about this, if not like the whole idea. I remember the bit of like seeing his cocoon.
Ascension or whatever,
Yeah, yeah.
whatever happens when you're not in between.
Whatever happens when you're a caterpillar anamorphing into a different animal.
Actually, I'm just gonna change this to possible chapters. That makes more sense.
Okay.
So it would start off. Okay, come on. Chapters. So the first one would actually be what I had in mind was her waking up for the first time, and then
Right.
her learning that she's like a ghost or whatever.
Okay. Digging it. Oh,
Um,
dude, like to go back on the idea that I had, that would be another cool thing of like her figuring out she's a ghost, like doing a bunch of like ghost shit, like going through stuff, not being able
mm,
to pick up stuff. Then she just kind of has like that moment of realization, and that's when like the title comes up.
yeah, yeah, pretty much like that. I'll probably have because my original idea was like to have her sleep through an alarm
Okay.
and then realize like why didn't mom and dad wake me up kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then like her like checking and then like I don't know figuring out then that like something's weird. Hey, this isn't normal. Why is mom and dad so sad? Kind of a deal. And then like having like those, oh, why can't I pick this up? Kind of a deal.
All right, I dig it.
So like waking up. Oh, it's bold.
Waking up.
Wake up! Damn it. So, oh damn it, I did it again. Waking up and realizing she's the ghost. However that may be, you can't pick whatever, and that'll be part of the rules. Um, um, um,
I imagine like Dharma's gonna be the one that's just like, yeah, you can't do like this, or this,
yeah,
or or we're probably not going like Death Note style, where like the intermission or like end card of an episode is just like one of the rules from the book.
all right.
Yeah,
I heard Death Note's really good.
it's a good one. Season one's good. Season two is all right.
It's run 2 seasons.
Yep.
Dharma introduction. He's gonna show up. What?
I was gonna say don't watch the Netflix movie.
I heard that's very bad.
It's Garbo.
Oof. But I kind of figured like I think he'd be like on a jar or something on her nightstand,
All right.
just to kind of have like how bugs, you know, how kids keep like fireflies and stuff in a jar,
Yeah.
kind of like similar to that.
What if it was you remember like I remember this way back when I was a kid. You remember those like butterfly sanctuary little like net bag things that you could buy from like commercials?
Yeah,
I was thinking one of those for Dharma to just chill in.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, not just like a mason jar with like some holes and like dirt in it. Just like he has a. It's because his parents are like really creative. I imagine they're very like, we should find like a better thing to keep that like bug in, so it doesn't die.
Dude,
So they could do like one of those little net bag things.
yeah, yeah. What if, what if it's a completely just made up moth, and every time like a kid finds it and keeps it, like that's their time, and they like capture their own little spirit guardian caterpillar.
I grab my son by his shoulders, shake and
No,
go, "Don't get a moth! For the love of God, don't get a moth!
not today.
That's your ticket to the afterlife if you jar a moth like it's fucking Animal Crossing."
Oh
I don't
shit.
care what Animal Crossing taught you, do not catch anything that looks like a butterfly.
Oh god.
Animal Crossing is just a fucking. It's like a secret message of like, catch a butterfly. You won't die.
Do it.
Uh,
Hey Carter, look, a moth. Is that a moth caterpillar, Carter? You should put it in a jar.
it's like you're not even in the room. There's like something saying that to me, like, yes, get the caterpillar, put it in a jar, keep it by your nightstand.
Sleep tight, my child.
It will be the last sleep you ever have. Well, that narration was voiced by Tim Curry.
That's when Joker comes in and kills you in your sleep.
Yeah, that's when the Riddler fucking slaps question marks on you to death. That's when Bane finally kicks down your door and steps on you.
Oh, I can't breathe. That's funny. Ah, that's funny.
And yes, it is Dark Knight Rises Bane, aka Tom Hardy.
I love that. Nobody
Amelia
cared
Dodd.
who I was.
We
I
both went
embraced
for
it, became it. That fuck, dude, that's funny.
Much like your moth, I was born in the darkness, molded by it.
I crave the light. Give me the light.
That's a neat-looking lamp you've got there. He just knocks it on the floor. Oh shit! I forgot I'm strong.
Buff moth. Hold on, I'm not gonna look that up.
Moth with fucking guns. Built moth.
Oh, there's one called a buff tip moth.
Now, Dom, hear me out. A buff moth is just Mothra,
Okay, that's true.
the buffest moth.
Yo, this looks like a log. What? Okay, I'm gonna.
Is it just a log?
Okay, I'm gonna put it next to the picture we already had because this is cool.
All right.
Look at that camouflage.
Oh, it is just a little log man.
That's kind of cool.
It's just a little twig boy.
Moths are pretty cool.
If that isn't the message you get from Lazuli Bunting, I don't know what you're gonna get from it.
Moth with arms. Oh, what the fuck?
Is it just zoom in pictures of like actual little moth arms?
No, there's one that has like arms that look like this.
He's doing little Doctor Strange hand magic.
Okay.
Making a portal to the afterlife, because as we established, that is what happens when you capture a moth.
Of course. Let's see here. It's hard for me to write without music. It's my creative juice.
Let me, I'll sing a little non-copyrightable ditty for you.
Please do.
Alright. Now let's make up a song that doesn't exist.
Let's hear it, sir. I'm waiting.
I am too. You can't rush music, Dom.
I'm waiting, sir.
Alright, I don't know if anyone's done this one before. Today is gonna be the day that they bring it all back to you. Oh shit, that's Wonderwall.
I'm in. I hacked the system. Well, I didn't think of anything to write, but now I can play guitar around a campfire. Okay, let's see here. Right now.
That was the end of my bit, in case anyone was wondering if we were getting more music.
Damn. Another ghost kid with bug.
The beginning of that episode, the ghost activity is like that's the only person she's ever made like contact with.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
just
much.
two ghost kids dapping each other up.
Hey, what's up, yo?
Oh, you're a ghost too! Lazuli Bunting. Slat.
Or the Hey Arnold thumbs.
Hell yeah.
So in that one, like, the thing is, like, again, kind of like everyone has their own path kind of thing. Path kind of deal. You know? Where? Dude, I put Craig Bartlett's, Instagram notifications on, so every time he posts, I get a notification.
You're
I'm
waiting for that. You're waiting for that pre-order link. I know you are.
I'm gonna be the first one. I'll be the one and the only. Right now, okay. Possible chapters. And then flashback to past slash ascension? Question mark? What's next? See,
Yeah.
I have a powerful thing. I get to choose which religion is correct.
Hell yeah.
Who was right?
Was right. Oh, dude, not gonna believe this one. Mormons.
No way.
Yeah, you're not gonna believe it.
And then
I want you to pick the most like niche religion you can find, one that like nobody's ever like heard of.
Heaven's Gate.
Oh no, not that one. Don't give them credit.
Heaven's Gate was the one that was correct. And you know
There's
what?
a
Her soul disappears because she didn't die with the Hale-Bopp comet.
fuck, you're right.
Actually, it takes place in 1997.
You know what's beautiful about telling a story that already takes place like years in the past?
What?
You don't gotta fucking update anything.
True.
You come up with this story in 2020, you get to publish it in fucking like 2030 or whatever. Stuff's changed by then. You got outdated stuff. You got Oculus Rifts and Apple Watches on your book, but we already got holograms and actual hoverboards.
Lazuli's first line is here. L. Oh boy.
I sure do love being an alive child in the 90s. Oh no, it's famous Batman villain Bane.
Can't wait for the first PlayStation.
Oh boy, I can't wait for my pre-ordered copy of PlayStation 1's Crash Bandicoot at my
Oh,
local
wow.
Blockbuster.
Is that
Bane.
the Riddler? And then
Dharma, this is about ghosts. Cut to title.
it's perfect.
I imagine it would have a very Twilight Zone-esque theme song. A very synthy, ghosty theme song.
That's funny.
Is that the Riddler?
Hold on. Stock photo.
You know what the good thing about making a cartoon that takes place in space is?
What?
You get to make up a religion and it's right.
You get to do whatever the hell you want.
You get to do fucking whatever. You get to say, oh, the world was once blank, and then, I don't know, a guy named Steve farted, and that created the universe.
Thank God.
And guess what? It's right. People are gonna look back on the. People are gonna look back on this stream like 15 years from now and be like, "Did Carter actually plant hints for how Moonwalker's ends?" He's talking about like bullshit that doesn't matter. Does it
That's
actually?
spoilers.
Does it actually take place in the Miles Morales universe?
Does Bane kill his main character?
Does Bane kill his dude and the whole and space is just the afterlife? Do.
The world may never know.
Please just leave this picture here.
Oh, it's not going anywhere.
Where's the follow-up picture of him crying in his hand?
I just found it. Oh, it's so funny.
I was just talking about this meme today. It's one of my favorites.
Why is it so much bigger than the other one?
It looks like the bigger one looked like he was looking down, and the little one like disappointed.
Oh, that's funny.
That's one of my favorite pictures.
I love dark stock photos are like my favorite.
Please tell me that's a subreddit.
It is, and you should sub right now.
Knew it. Oh.
I know. Honestly, I might be juiced out for the night.
I feel it. Sorry if me
It's...
talking about Bane a lot kind of got rid of the juices.
No, not at all. This is really good.
Just looking at the picture of the kids here, this is really good. This has enough plot on its own to carry a franchise.
Why is he crying?
He's hesitant.
Oh my
His
god.
his
so
lover
funny.
committed a crime. He has to stop them.
Oh, it's too good. Yeah, but that's a lot more than I've done in a long time.
Well, everybody, thank you thank you for tuning into the Bedhead and the Bear reunion stream. We appreciate it.
Soon. Soon.
Don't give them that. We don't know what the fuck that is.
Possibly soon?
Tomorrow. I'm gonna drop a random date, and that's when we're making a reunion episode.
Hold on. There's gotta be an app for it. Random.
It's probably just a Google extension, honestly. Just type it in.
Random date generator. It's probably a website.
It's gonna give you a year too, and then we're gonna have to say, okay, August 30th, 1978. That's when we're coming back.
Alright, between June 2020 and December
God, that's like
2021. Or 2020.
that's like now though.
Well, from now, between now and the end of the year.
We can try.
But I also just want to put it to like 2100.
We're the last terrible thing that happens in 2020.
Deal.
Oh man, it's been a rough year, but I hope December's all right. Hey, Better Than the Bear's back. It's the fucking gun kid again.
August 18th.
August 18th. Jesus, that's like close to school starting again.
Well, the next three were in November, and there's one in December.
Well, folks, you heard it here first.
Why did I have five? I just wanted one.
I can't believe Bedhead and the Bear came back before we found out about the PlayStation 5 price.
Damn, dude. Hold on, let's see here. Oh god, it picked June 28th.
Okay, people, we apparently have some stuff to plan out. We'll see you next week, folks.
Oh my god. That's perfect. But yeah, there's a first writing stream. Just for shits and gigs.
Hell yeah. We hope whoever's watching liked it.
If
Please
anybody is.
Please like my friend's story.
And if you're watching this from the future, me and Carter are both famous right now. And none of your other favorite authors did something like this. So
Now,
it's pretty exclusive.
if you are listening to this in the future, I do really need a job, and I would really appreciate. I hope my portfolio is bigger by then. Love to work at an animation place. Hit me up. My @ is artsy cartsy. Might not be in the future. Who knows?
Well, you gotta keep it now till you get a job.
Yeah, I've locked myself into this Twitter handle.
Yeah, but low key, like, how cool would it have been if, like, the creator of, like, Adventures Time, like, did something like this? Just, like, streamed him creating the show.
Oh my god. He probably did, honestly.
It's probably out there somewhere. Okay, I'm stopping streaming.